And welcome back. Biden's border crisis continues to spin wildly out of control, and it continues to break records for the number of illegal migrants crossing our southern border. Now, last week, Speaker Mike Johnson led a delegate of Republicans down to the border to call attention to this ongoing problem.
And one of the delegates that went joins us now to describe her trip to the border and what she experienced there. So let's welcome in the representative from Indiana and member of the House Financial Committee, Erin Houchin. Congresswoman, thank you so much for coming on. Talk to us now. What was accomplished by that visit? We've had some time to digest. We've had some time to get back to Washington to get some work done here.
We were able to witness. Yeah, we were able to witness firsthand standing on the border in Eagle Pass, Texas, with 60 members of Congress. Migrants were brazenly crossing the southern border. We saw about 20-something military-aged males crossing the river, up the embankment, through the barbed wire, where they were then turned into processing from Border Patrol. Under Joe Biden's America, the southern border is completely open. He's let in 8 million migrants in under his administration. That's 1 million more people than the entire state of Indiana that I represent. Indiana's 1,200 miles from the border, but it's a border state, thanks to Joe Biden.
Congresswoman, we're looking there at some of the footage that I believe you shot when you saw these illegal migrants simply brazenly crossing right there. And again, it looks like you shot this footage yourself, but you pointed out something very, very important. Again, you're from Indiana, you're not from Texas, you're not from Arizona, but as you said, every state is now a border state. And I think a lot of Americans might not realize that. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so we've had more than 200 overdose deaths in my district alone in Indiana from fentanyl that's directly can be tracked back to our southern border. So we're dealing with this crisis. We have seen an influx in some migrants, not like states like New York and sanctuary cities like Chicago, but we certainly have seen some increase. The primary impact in my district, though, is losing sons and daughters and mothers and fathers to fentanyl overdoses due to the open southern border and the drug cartels trafficking in this very dangerous drug.
Without question, some of these migrants, illegal migrants, they're going to make their way to various parts of the country.
Absolutely.
They just have to cross through. But then they're here in the country, and guess who has to foot the bill for them? Us, we do. The American taxpayer, the form of federal dollars here. I think the American people should be upset about this, and I think we should be talking more about the financial ramifications that this brings about. Don't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see states like New York who've been sanctuary cities, and they're seeing this now because, brave governors like Governor Abbott in Texas have transported migrants to those cities. They said they were welcoming, and now because they're experiencing some of the consequences, suddenly they're reconsidering being sanctuary states. Then you've got states like California under Governor Newsom, who's now promising free health care. California is bleeding its own citizens to other states like Texas because of the policies in Texas are much better than the policies in California, and the remaining residents in California are going to have to foot the bill for that health care. It's unsustainable. It's quite frankly ridiculous that we're in this country and we have no security at our southern border, and House Republicans seem to be the only ones standing up for a strong and secure southern border.
And before we let you go, just have to get your opinion with that possible government shutdown looming. Potentially, we know that Speaker Johnson has made a deal with Democrats on next year's spending bill, a very, very big number, trillions of dollars. What do you think of this deal?
You know, I am waiting to see what policy might be attached to this. That's a huge amount of spending. I have said I don't want to spend more money at the border for more of Biden's broken policies, so I'm going to be looking for strong border security. H.R. 2 has been sitting in the Senate for 6 months. That is our border security package. I want to see those policies implemented, and I want to have that before I agree to any additional spending.
Yeah, and that number, $1.59 trillion. Whew, that is a big number. Congresswoman Erin Houchin, we appreciate your joining us, and thanks for that great video.